Hello everybody and welcome back to World of Warships Legends. My name is Spartan Elite 43 and tonight we are back in the Shimakaze. Now, I wasn't planning on doing another Shima video this soon, but the advent calendar, I needed to hit 15 torpedoes and I needed to do 3 kills with torpedoes, so I was like, you know what, let's jump into Shima and see what happens. And this happened. It's gonna be one of those games. It's going to be one of those games. So hopefully you guys are ready. It's going to be a good one. Also, hope you guys have a great weekend and happy holidays ahead of time for those of you who may not be able to see a video early next week or something. I'm deciding on whether I want to post some videos early and have them scheduled for release on the holidays, or if I just want to take flat out holidays off. But I'm not sure. Probably going to go with trying to schedule videos for release during the holidays and then taking the normal days off. But we'll see. There's a lot of content that's going to be coming out beginning of next week, so we're going to have to make sure we're on our game for sure. But anyway, we're going to push in to B. Now, we are the only destroyer on our team. The enemy has 1 destroyer. There's a lot of cruisers and a few battleships, and it's a legendary match because obviously we're in the Shimakaze. So, we're going to push forward. We can detect people early and hopefully catch their team broadside, and my team can take advantage of it. But that's about the time that we see this Wichita getting real, I don't know what the words I'm looking for is, but he's getting really over aggressive. Taking a central location on the map is a good idea. Now I try to block the lightning here, and I'm assuming that we are going to get radared any moment. We're in the base, they know we're in the base, and we're close by. That's why I'm sliding behind the island, because it'd be harder for him to hit me. Now, initially I was going to stop, but then I go ahead and I cut out and start accelerating out of it, because I seen it coming, but I just couldn't avoid it. This ship is just so long that it's difficult to get out of the way of shells. It really is. So you want to try to avoid it at all costs. Now, I changed up something about my Shima. I went and started using the long-range torpedoes for this match because I figured it might help. And honestly, I might end up using the long-range torpedoes more often. Wichita gets a hard lesson in why you don't sit in a smokescreen. He knew that the torpedoes were coming. He was running his radar early, so you would assume he'd be running his hydro as well. So he should have seen those coming, but he didn't. Now, we're not going to abandon this right off the bat. I am circling all the way back. Now that the biggest threat to me is gone, the lightning, while it is a threat, I'm not as worried about the lightning, because I feel like the Shima can probably hang with the lightning in a gunfight. Just due to the fact that the Shima's HE hits so hard, and the lightning is very good at getting obliterated by HE in gunfights. I love using the lightning. I love using it in a gunfight role against other destroyers, but especially against Japanese destroyers, it really does not enjoy life. Now we see the lightning bailing out the backside of the cap. So now seems like the perfect time for me to take over the cap, right? 99% of the time, if somebody captures the base, they leave the base. And so if you can get in and capture the base right away like I'm doing, you can generally have the base for quite a while. Now we know that these guys are all here, so we're launching them at multiple targets. And we're just checking who's going to have the best opportunities. And you saw the Yami right there at the end was in range. And that's why I wanted to check these longer range torps out, because you just don't know who's going to be in range at what time. And with the Screamer torps, I found myself a lot of times just kind of waiting for damage. And the longer range torpedoes allow you to spread that damage out much better. You can hold on to them and wait for guys that are really long ways away from the fight. They're just not even thinking about getting torped. I mean, the guy's 13 kilometers from me and longer than that from my last known position. So why would he ever in any circumstance think that he was getting torped? Let alone the Roma that's about to come out from behind the island to an entire wall of skill. Or no, it was an Amagi, sorry. We are going to catch the Amagi. We get a nice chunk of damage. And then we look back at our last set of torps that we sent towards the Yami, and sure enough, the Yami is sailing in a straight line, not paying any attention, which is a luxury you can't afford to have anymore, okay? As a battleship main, I can tell you, you cannot afford to be sailing in a straight line anywhere on the map anymore, as we just took 34,000 damage off of it. And that puts us up to 90,000 damage, and we got flooding with both of those because every torpedo causes flooding. And 2 floods, that's going to be a bad day. That's all I'm saying. You got 2 floods on you. I had 90,000 hit points. Now I'm up over 100,000 damage, and he's just sailing away, hoping to survive, but you cannot survive floods like that. You just can't. You can survive 1 flood, and it absolutely murders your hit points. 2 floods is death. Period. End of story. Floods are even worse than, floods are way worse than fires normally. And you get 2 of them? Nah, you're done. There's nothing you can do about it, as we finish with 116,000 damage done already. And our 3rd kill. Which is just showcasing what this thing can do. And again, you don't have to get close with these torps. These are standoff torps. That's all these are good for. You just, you control the center of the map, and you launch your torps at unsuspecting people. People that aren't paying attention to you. You don't even have to be seen. This is the ultimate in super sneaky ninjas, right? Now, I don't like long-range torps normally because it usually makes me torp at longer ranges, and I just don't hit as many torps. But having the ability to torp at those ranges is very, very nice, even if you don't always use it. So, here's my thought. Because you only lose 9 knots on your torps, yes, that is a lot slower, but it's still 71 knots on these torpedoes. I think I'm probably going to stick with these torpedoes just because of the ability to reach out and touch people that aren't paying attention. Like people that wouldn't expect to get torps. You can reach them with these torps. It's insane. Now you can see here, I'm like, okay, we've got a lightning over here. We've got the gross occur first. They're pushing up. I'm not in position to torp them yet, but if I can get a little bit closer, utilize the island if I have to, but I'm well outside of detection range still. Even the lightning is like 7 kilometers from me. But you can see I'm trying to get into position to get some shots into that gross occur first. And the lightning is shadowing the gross occur first, so there's a good chance. We already see he's slowing down a little bit. There's a good chance that we can catch the lightning too. Because these torps don't care that I'm launching him at a gross. If the gross runs into him, great. If the lightning runs into him, they'll kill him too. So they don't care. That's the best part about torpedoes. They're absolutely ridiculous in World of Warships, but they're there, so you might as well use them, right? And so, unbeknownst to the lightning, he turns right back, right into all of these torpedoes, and there's just nothing he can really do. He catches it right midship. You couldn't have caught that one better if you wanted to. And then, not to be outdone, gross occur first is like, ah, crap. Too late. Too late, big boy. Wait for it. That's a lot of damage. Now, obviously, he puts out the flooding, but he's not long for this world. He just lost all of his hit points. We're up to 185,000 damage done. Now, I doubled all the way back because I wasn't sure what that Cleveland was going to do, and I don't want to get into a fight with the Cleveland for obvious reasons. But I was hoping that I'd get a good chance to hit this Yami. We're at 4 kills. We've done everything right in this battle, I think. I feel like we've done everything right. We spotted, triggered, and killed the Wichita early in the match. We found their destroyer early in the match. We let them capture the base, then moved in and captured it behind him. We helped the right side of the map because those guys were all hiding behind islands feeling safe. We flushed them out by killing them. We get rid of the Yami at the back of the map. And then we come all the way back across the map to help the team fight these last few ships. And I'm not going to lie, everybody was talking in chat at this point because I'm like, dude, I am 1 kill away from a Kraken. I'm 15,000 damage away from a 200k game. And I'm not going to lie, I was getting kind of greedy. I was like, oh, man, I really want this damage. And people were like, oh, I can hold my fire, but they're beating me up. I'm like, don't hold your fire, man. If you got a shot, take it. Don't ever give up damage on my behalf. Like, don't do that. It's not worth it. A Kraken isn't that special to me. It happens occasionally. It's nice when you get them. And especially on a match like this where you've got a lot of damage, it would have really been a nice thing to cap it off. But don't ever feel like you have to give me a Kraken, ever. Krakens are best earned. And I know there are people out there that farm Krakens at low tiers and stuff, but personally, I don't really care about Krakens. I care about winning and trying to do the best I can. 3,200 base XP, 4 kills, top the leaderboard. Hello to everybody that was in the match. And if you like what I'm doing, punch the like button, leave a comment below, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and as always, I will see you in the next video.